mod view? What the fuck is
There
this
are
shit?
Yeah.
I don't
subs
need
that are not
this.
bottoms.
Hello. Yes, there are subs that aren't bottoms. There's also power bottoms. That's about all I
Yes.
know about tops and
There are
bottoms.
also service tops,
What
which
is
are technically a
service top?
sub.
Oh
But
my
anyway,
gosh.
hi gay, happy
Yeah.
Happy
Pride Month.
Pride Month. Hi, gays.
Learning.
You got a bonus fun fact this episode.
Yeah. So I'm back. Look at me. I have a brand new
Yes.
baby. And my wife has been so kind. She's been kind enough to allow me out of the diaper changing cage to come play games with my friends. So I'm here. I'm still covered in piss and shit from the waist down. Not mine. I promise. No, I'm just kidding.
Unless.
Yeah, I mean, you could camouflage it. Now's the time.
Yeah.
Just let loose.
It's all
Get
my baby
primitive.
girls. But yeah, no, I'm back, and it's Pride Month also. And what we did last year was Cody was throwing facts at us every at the start of every stream. So, yeah, let's do that later or now. When do you want to do that? We didn't talk about when.
I mean, let's just go ahead and do it now. We already opened up with the possibility of there being service tops, so we might as well just keep the trend going. So that will be a fun fact for a different day. Today's fun fact that I already have planned is I would like to address the current version of the pride flag, because I know some people who are not actively part of the community are confused, and understandably so. There have been many versions of the pride flag, and this latest one, if you're not a part of the community, you probably look at it and you're like, what are the triangles? What are the circles? I don't know what's happening. Why is it no longer just a rainbow? Just a quick little breakdown here, and sorry, audio listeners, you'll have to Google this. Look up progress pride flag, it'll come right up. So let's start with the traditional half here. Red, the red line, or stripe rather, means life. Orange is healing. Yellow, sunlight. Green, nature. The blue is harmony, or spirit. Well, not quite spirit, but harmony is probably the best word for the blue. And then the purple is spirit or spirituality. So those are the basic colors. Every once in a while, you'll see a hot pink stripe up top. Most pride flags no longer have that, because not because it meant sex. That's not why it was removed. It's just there were logistical reasons why it was removed. But that being said, if you go sideways on the flag, because I don't know what direction I'm going right now, backwards, you might be like, why is there black? Black actually stands for those who are living with or have died from HIV and AIDS. So it is a memory of those who have passed and to honor those who currently live with it. The brown is for queer Black people and people of color. It is a statement against racism, sometimes combined with the black as well. The lighter blue, as well as the pink next to it, are for the trans folks. And then the yellow with the circle in it is actually the intersex symbol. So honoring those who are between sexes, essentially. Not to be conflated with binary, non-binary type of thing, though it can be. It is for those who are explicitly intersex. So those who have both a penis and a vagina. Or some combination thereof. So yeah, that is my little pride fun facts for today, everybody, breaking down the flag. There's a lot of history behind the flag. I highly recommend doing a little bit of research, learn some things, because it's made a lot of progress since the 1970s when it was first created. So Yeah. That is my little spiel for today. Next time, we'll talk about service tops. What that whole dynamic is.
That is, yeah. I don't, if you can't come back for that, we can't keep you coming back then, I guess.
Yeah, sorry.
You just tell them to come back.
Be back anyway.
Hell yeah.
Thanks
Service
for that.
top or not, I'm back. Wait, I'm not saying I'm a service top. That's not what I meant by that.
Confused.
I might be if
Just
I learn what that is next week. I don't know.
Yeah,
I
we'll
have-
know next week if he is. or
We'll
not.
know by next week.
Right.
Exactly.
It's like,
Come
He's
back
like-
for the
God
I'm
damn.
not entirely sure yet.
come back for the answer to this very interesting question.
I need to talk.
Am I
Tell me
gay?
what it is now, Cody. Tell my wife.
Well, being that you have a wife and a child, you are probably in some way, shape, or form. Although maybe not. No, it's more complicated than that. I can't play it down like that.
Okay. Anyways,
Anyway,
The world may
happy
never
Pride
know.
Month.
this is episode 51 of Whispers of Doom. Yeah, we're playing through 7 Dooms of Sandpoint, and you there, denizens of Twitch. If you'd like to support us, here's a few ways. You can share us with your friends and family. That's free. And so is joining our Discord. We talk nerdy and play games together there. We got some weekly PFS games that are rolling out, and a newly posted Vampire the Masquerade campaign with open seats. They're all open right now, as far as I saw a few minutes ago. So check us out there. Come hang out and chat. We'd love to have you talking nerdy with us. But if you really like what we do, you can sign up for our Streamloots page and purchase booster packs with cards that you can play to disrupt the stream. From common cards like Rock Slide or the rare Deft Parry that do all sorts of strange and wonderful or terrible things depending on who you play the card on or when you play the card, depending on what it says. They are all available at streamloots.com/deathdreams_live. There's 26 cards, 3 legendary, 5 epic, and 6 rare cards. So check those out. Fuck us up. Be our service top. You can also donate
I mean,
bits
in a
to
way.
the channel.
In a sense.
thank you for your service.
I got nothing.
Is that what they mean by donating bits?
Yes. Yeah, donate them bits. For
Donate them
500
bits, girl.
500 bits, you can reward players or me with a hero point, or as we're flavoring them, obols. Gives us the ability to reroll a die. Or if you sub to the channel, you get one every month to hand out. And for 1,000 of those bits, you can roll a die in the chat for a random encounter. And yeah, we also have a newer thing that we're gonna try and be aware of this week, and that is a metal moment of the week. Clip it, share it, and the one with the most views at the start of the next stream will win a bundle of dice and stickers from us. So you'll have to be in our Discord to hit us up there with your info. But yeah, I think that's it. Is there anything else, announcement-wise? Anything new going on with y'all?
I imagine we're working on a sick riff to highlight the meta moment of the week.
Yes. Yes. Yeah, we're working on some fun stuff in that regard. Audio drops and more.
And a little theme song for the audio listeners.
That's right. A little theme song. But
Not to be confused with the big theme song.
the
Or the soon-to-come medium theme song. Cat, don't bite me. You didn't like that
Big
joke.
theme song.
cat
and a
bit me right
small
after I said
theme
that.
Song. Love
I don't
each
like
other
any-
very much.
I don't like any of these
Yes.
jokes. So who are you? Who are you
Medium.
playing?
Oh, okay, yeah. My name's Dylan. I make the worst jokes on the stream, probably. I'm sometimes people call me Echo Leader. Nobody's ever really called me that, but that's what I'm in the Twitch chat as that. I'm playing Calliope Danmure, the human champion of Pharasma. I'm surprised that came out as smooth as it did, considering I haven't said those words in almost a month. So
Hey,
I'm gonna stop talking now before I say something poorly.
sometimes a refresh and a little step away is what you need to function better, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And on that note, my name's Cody, and I'm going to be playing a kobold named Gib. No, I'm actually playing. I'm actually going to be playing Giddy, Shatterglass, Scarnetti. I almost said his other name from when I originally conceived him. But I also realized I said the word conceived. Anyway.
Yeah, immaculate conception.
Yeah.
I'm just full of miracles today. It's Pride Month. Anyway, so he is a goblin summoner with his Hellcat Ignara, and yeah, that's all I got. Anyway, goodbye.
Well, I mean, I contributed to that, so I guess I'll go next. I am Jacob. I am playing Sylphly Flamgast, a Leshy Oracle that I like to call a salad. Nick, how about you?
I am Nick, and sometimes I go by Red or Big Red, and I am playing Brip Mooncling, the Tripkey Ranger.
Hooray! Cool. Are we all ready then to live by the
Live
die,
by the
die.
die by
And
the
die
die?
by the
die.
die.
Oh,
That
I was
pretty
actually about to
smooth.
say right before that, I was like, you know what's kind of funny is I could actually see how our current party is slightly queer coded. Because Calliope gives me strong step on me mommy lesbian energy. And then you have Sylphly, who is arguably non-binary realness. And then you have Brip, who is asexual as all get out. And then you have Giddy, who is probably on the aromantic spectrum. And more than likely a pansexual. I would not be surprised if Giddy were canonically pan. But I would that thought just came across my mind.
interesting. I can see that too. Hi, gays. Happy
Hi, gays.
Pride. Oh my God, we're back again, brothers, sisters, every. Anyways, jeez. Oh, sorry. I apologize for that. We find ourselves a few levels deep into the pit, a large hole in the ground that sits atop the Devil's Platter, a plateau in the hinterlands of the coastal town of Sandpoint. Our party passed through the realm of an appeased Lord Longfingers, an Ettercap that lives here in the pit. They moved down a set of stone stairs into the darkness below. Rip took the lead, scouting ahead, and caught notice of 8 short, stout, and long-nosed humans. All humanoids, sorry, not humans, but they were all dressed in dark, drab-hooded clothing, and spoke a language he did not understand. But they all seemed very curious about him and were very non-threatening. Rip led the rest of the group down to meet them. As Giddy began casting Detect Magic, his eyes began to glow, which unfortunately caused a very fearful reaction from the group of these dark dwellers. They all reached for their daggers in defense and sprung on the party. As the creature's numbers dwindled at the proficiency and efficiency of the group's combat skills and prowess, each popping out of existence with a bright flash, the remaining 5 attempted to disengage and cower in the corners of this cavern. Sylphly, however, was overcome with a sense of vengeance and pursued one of them until she took its life. Once things calmed down, Calliope tried to calm Sylphly, but seemed to get more of a rise out of her than not. At Calliope's failed attempt of consoling the enraged cabbage, they took notice of a secret door and entered. Beyond the door was a short tunnel and a bed of glowing, pulsing green crystals that seemed to be sprouting from a skeleton of, we learned later, a Hezro or toad demon, known for their association with toxins and poisons. Souffle and Calliope approached the bed, and the crystals pulsed excitedly and released a nauseous effect, causing harm to both. But after it seemed to calm down there, Souffle took notice of the root crystal amid the demon's remains and was about to attempt to harvest it. And that's where we're starting this off today. We have Calliope and Souffle in this room with the bed of crystals. Brip and Giddy standing just outside of the tunnel entrance to the secret place with the crystals. And yeah, let's just get there. Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Last I recall, I got rather frustrated with these crystals, and I tried to sort of flechette them with
Oh, that's right, you did.
some leaves. It was not successful.
It damaged some of them, but it didn't have the effect I think you were looking for.
Yeah.
I am skinned one.
Skinned one.
Yes, I am the skinned one.
Oh.
Second one.
I was gonna say, when did France arrive?
All right, so yeah, what do you guys do from here? It looks like the root crystal is still, it's just out of arm's reach, but you think you might be able to grab it, though you're not sure to what effect. And it seems like it's the pulsing and the effect of the crystals might be originating from it.
I'm gonna shoot Calliope like a side glance. And we might as well finish this. I'm gonna pull out my sickle, and then I'm gonna reach forward and try to grab the crystal with it.
Okay,
And Calliope is just like, like trying to hold back from puking, and just like got like that wet mouth, hot mouth, or whatever you call it. It's just like swallowing, like nods, and she looks unwell. She's kind of, posture's not as straight as it might be. She's kind of hunched and just droopy, little wilted, mirroring the salad. Just gonna let you do it.
all right, go ahead and give me a secret roll. Let's do an... what would work here? Let's do a secret. Athletics? Or unless you can think of something else that might work better for you.
I mean, it's all around the same. I think athletics. I feel like I have an opposed athletics check with this fixed object. There it is.
All right, I got it. All right, describe how you're attempting to cut the crystal from the ground and in between the remains of this demon's skeleton.
Well, I mean, a sickle is ultimately a hand scythe, so it is it's made to sort of cut weeds and whatnot. So I'm just gonna kind of take it in that motion and angle down and pop up, kind of like if you're separating, like a chicken leg from the from the remainder of the carcass. You hit in the joint. Robert knows this. Robert cooks in the joint, snap, and it's off. Same thing here.
Okay, well, you are successful. And the green light dies down immediately and seems to kind of be swallowed up by this one large crystal.
Does it still feel to have like a sickening radiation to it?
It does, but it feels like it's contained within the crystal now.
I'm just gonna hold it and look at Calliope. best we figure this one out later, I think. And I'm gonna put it in my backpack.
All right, it is there.
Perfect. Oh, should I should get out of here. I feel terrible.
And the entire place is covered in
Agreed.
darkness. There was a tunnel to the southeast also. Not sure if I mentioned that.
Yeah. As I step forward to the north, I stop as my curiosity kicks in amongst all of my other emotions, and I just immediately turn around and bypass Calliope, and go down to look.
Oh. Okay. Calliope will call out up the northern tunnel to the other two, Giddy and Brip. Say, Silflay's gone on south. Oh, come along, please. Again, trying just like to not. She's gonna take an action to retch and try to get rid of the sickened then too.
Okay.
I imagine Brip is like leaned over, his hands on his knees, kind of like drooling. He's like, I'm okay. I'm okay. And then he retches.
Hands on your knees, hands on your knees.
Kitty just sees both of you throwing up. It's just like, ah, man. It's a good thing we goblins have strongest stuff in us.
Fuck, I'm also dazzled.
I think the dazzled
Me
condition
too.
goes away after a few moments.
Okay.
Okay.
But Silflay, as you approach the end of the tunnel, looks like it comes to an abrupt stop at a cavern wall. But you think you're just on the backside of a secret door, which you could easily just pull open.
Oh.
Or push to the side.
I'm gonna look at it. I'm going to kind of lift my mask up and stick my hand to my mouth and make myself retch. I don't know what that check looks like.
Just
But-
a flat check.
Okay.
You only need a 5.
Was my wretch
Well, with
enough?
my luck.
Oh, is that all it is?
Mhm.
Yeah, it's only 5.
Oh,
Okay. That's a 9. Sickened is gone.
I got it as well. I thought it was a fort save.
No, surprisingly.
And I'm gonna kind of pop up from around the corner as I collide with the walls, and Foundry tells me no.
Just like puddles of puke in this room now.
I'm right behind you, Calliope.
It smells like vomit in this room.
A little
like-
puke. The worst indie band.
There seems to be a door over here.
Okay, well, let's satiate your curiosity here.
The other things are gathered around that door. Up that way, and I point the way that everyone came. Perhaps we are better suited to go this way.
Well, I don't know, but I'm going wherever you guys go.
I'm willing to take a look, but after a certain point, I want to make sure that we are. Again, I am duty bound to a specific task that I must see through, and if this route that we're taking now is not leading us towards that, I will be forced to turn back.
My priority is keeping the Lost Coast safe from these terrible, terrible creatures we've been fighting. And if we've kept them at bay, then well, I guess my job is headed the other way too.
Silflay just shakes her head and goes to attempt to open this door.
Okay. Before you do that, though. Oops. That's not what I wanted to do. Brip. No, actually, all of you can hear the sound of this. It sounds like squelching, munching, and crunching on something just beyond the secret door. don't know
Okay.
if that
It's a service
takes
top.
if that takes I don't know if that brings Silflay to pause.
Yeah,
Okay.
I would start to open and then stops. Do you hear that?
Sounds like
I wish I didn't.
something eating something else. I don't want to go in there.
Calliope. I don't either, but we probably should.
Maybe it's one of your prey. I'm gonna try to sneak a peek.
All right, let's get a secret stealth check. See if you
Calliope-
succeed at the peak.
Makes a jerk off hand motion at Silflay, but as she turns around,
Giddy's just like, what is this relationship that's happening before my very eyes? I'm a little lost here.
this is a enemies to lovers story arc in the making.
You try to peel back the secret door just enough to see in the room beyond. It looks like it's rough walls of a larger entryway or hallway. It's kind of hard to tell as you're peeking through. It is a lighted hallway, but you can't make out what is making the sound. You might see like some moving shadows of whatever it is that's making it, but you can't. Yeah, you don't have a clear sight of it unless you open the door all the way.
I'm just gonna look up above me as I see Brip beginning to walk. Can you see anything up there?
Let me take a look from my point of view.
How tall are the ceilings? Like 10 feet?
Yeah, they're 10 feet.
It's got like a 2-foot height advantage. I guess you could lay on the ceiling and look, so I guess it could be more, but I just love the idea that their heads are just like 2 feet away from each other, essentially.
You feel like you need to open the door further too to get a better vantage of what's happening in the room beyond. But it sounds like the creature is speaking common as it's munching down on whatever. You both believe it's one creature. It feels like it's large in size, whatever it is. Oh, just by the timbre of its voice.
I'd really like if it was just a tiny creature.
It's just a little guy.
It's just a little guy.
That's just a bunny.
Run away.
It's just a bunny. It's just a wee little bunny, isn't it?
I warned you.
Okay.
Well, that's how I'm Scottish. If somebody's going to look, go on and look. But be quiet.
I almost feel like Scottish fits Calliope in some extent.
If only I could do an accent like that. It would be 5 words before I started being Australian.
Silflay, are you opening the door?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, you open the door.
That's so sudden.
Subtle.
And you see this
Ugh.
ogre.
Shitty titties.
Speaking of shitty titties, looks like they are having a hard time sticking underneath that breastplate. Well, belly plate is what it looks more like. Anybody want to try and give us a description of what this ogre looks like?
Someone's Aunt Helga.
It's more heavily armored than the one in Baldur's Gate that you find in the farm.
Yes. And much. It's like, okay. Give Shrek longer hair.
Snape hair. Let's be clear. That's Snape hair.
That's
Totally.
very much Snape hair. Yeah, Snape-haired Shrek with belly plate, giant broadsword, and other armor such as that. And yeah, their boobies are trying to burst out of the breastplate.
It's just enough to hide the nipples.
Yeah,
like, that's
some crazy metal corset.
You could say there's cleavage and cleaving going on.
They did not say free the nipple that day and obeyed Twitch guidelines.
Yeah. You open the door, Silflay, and just as you do, the ogre looks over at you with surprise. But let me give you a better idea of what this room looks like too. So the walls of this hallway are adorned with a long mural that begin with a depiction of the Devil's Platter near the northeast end of the hall. As you kind of look towards the west and south, the mural changes along both sides of the wall, first depicting forested lands before finally portraying buildings in the town of Sandpoint when the hall opens up into a larger room. Along both sides, recurring scenes of bat-winged, wolf-fanged, dragon-tailed horse is trampling and eating and burning screaming humans that are, and this entire mural is rendered in grisly but very loving detail. Furthest to the west, the hall ends in a pair of large wooden doors painted to resemble the leering face of this wolf-fanged monster. But as the ogre looks over to you, Silflay, kind of grunts and says, "What do we have here?" And it looks like he was just sitting on his haunches, as cross-legged as he could have been, eating some kind of leg of raw meat. I'm not entirely sure, but tosses it aside, stands up with a thud and a thunk, and then draws an ogre hook. And he says, Come say hello to Gorlock, little one."
Sit. I'm gonna cast command on him.
Okay, let's get into initiative.
Lovely.
Damn, okay.
Holy shit.
Whale shit.
See if you can get a reaction before the spell comes off. Or his turn.
His
possibly.
reaction's to try to keep his breasts inside.
How's everybody like? Calliope's not super hot as far as like.
I don't know. You just wait for the fan art. She will be.
I don't know how hot she is in my head, but she's not physically doing super well.
All right, go ahead and roll initiative, everybody.
I have to get out of here soon.
Okay.
Okay. Oh, that's not good.
I'm gonna hero point that.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna hero point that.
16 for Calliope.
Other
Did he got
cook.
12?
There we
I
go.
learned something neat. You can right-click on your roll and then use your hero point to reroll.
Oh.
Oh, all right.
Rip
Okay.
got a 33.
I'll
Oh, that's
add my
cool.
hero point back then. Fuck.
It's better. All right, what are we looking at here?
Went from a natural 1 to a natural 4.
Brip with a 33, Gorlak with a 21, Calliope 16, Giddy 12, and Silflay with a 10. So, Brip, you actually get to start us off. It looks like Silflay was just about to start casting a spell. But you've got
Brip
the
would-
initiative.
I would like to ready an action.
Okay.
Yeah. Exactly. To explain more, or
Yeah, what's the action that you're trying to
the trigger would be one of my friends getting hit. I fire.
Okay.
I think he's about to eat me.
Let's see.
Little salad with some frog. Like that
That's what I
sounds
was
like a
gonna
good meal
say.
for him.
He's a French ogre.
Oh, my name is Golak. Let's see.
Expedition 33 music in the background.
You are within range with his ogre hook out, and we go to Gorlak's turn. He's going to swing out his ogre hook in an attempt to reposition you. This is an athletics check.
Oh, fun. As this goes, I don't know what's gonna happen, but I look back at Calliope and say, apparently it wasn't undead.
All right, here's the athletics check.
Calliope's just biting her tongue.
That is a success. That might be a crit success. That is a
Ding.
crit success.
Fantastic.
That
That triggers my actione.
It didn't harm them, though. Just reposition them.
It connected.
It's got that attack trait, though.
It does, but you said harm.
Indeed.
That's true.
It did say harm.
That's fair. I do think that's fair. If it literally just repositioned Souffle without doing harm to Souffle, I don't think he would fire.
Fair, but you're probably going to be able to fire in just a moment here, because that was just their first action. So with the crit success, Gorlak can reposition Souffle up to 10 feet. And we'll go here. Wait, come on. Doo-doo.
It did emotional damage, Tim said. That's right.
Emotional damage. We'll put.
I too am emotionally damaged when my salad gets yanked unexpectedly.
within 10 feet, and then second action is going to be.
That's funny.
I'll let y'all interpret that however you want.
Let's see.
Here's your mom like, man, quit yanking my salad.
Quit yanking my salad. Right in front of my salad.
It's just going to be an attack, so with map. Second attack, so you'll see if this hits. The 27 total, that is a hit. So here's the damage. After this damage, you can take your ready to action, Brit. Souffle takes 17 points of damage with some resistance there. Brick, go ahead and do your thing. Fire your bolt. That is a hit. with a
23.
23, yep. Ooh. All right.
20 damage.
Pretty good, pretty good.
Takes it. Golak don't like that.
Souffle didn't like that.
And third action. Third action is going to try and embed its hook inside you. That's
Jesus.
8. Oh no, so it just happens. Oh, it's an athletics check again, so this is with map 2. Let's do this. That is a 21 against your fortitude DC. That is, it meets it. So it's got its hook embedded in you. Oh my gosh, you just take this damage too. And please roll a fortitude save.
Okay. What?
What's the ogre doing to Souffle now?
This is what happens when you're feeling froggy.
Oh,
I
My gosh.
failed.
All right, so as the creature, as Gorlak swung their hook at you, you kind of stuck it inside you also. It's like it's twisting it. It's got like the tip of the hook partway through your belly, and took some damage there. With your failed save there, you also become immobilized. It's got you pinned up against these double doors and significantly damaged. That's the end of Gorlak's turn as we go to Calliope, followed by Giddy and Iggy. This is not Not a great start for Silflay.
There was a string of verbs in that sentence that
Yes, Calliope is eyes wide after seeing this creature move so aggressively. Shit. She does have her sword out, but she's going to not super, like I said earlier, she's not feeling super hot, so she is going to try something different here, and realization comes over her face as she reaches down and draws Dormition at her hip.
Oh.
And feeling some type of divine, not necessarily premonition maybe, but some kind of guiding thing. At least she's feeling inquisitive about this, so she, I don't know if this is going to take 2 actions, but Dormition can cast Moonlight Ray. I guess that would be 2 actions, wouldn't it?
Yes.
Thick. Okay, we're going to hang on to that then, because I do want to get into the room to be another target if possible. So she'll throw the dagger, then... how do I do that? That is the wrong dagger. Oh. Fun. New stuff. Alright, there we go. This is the throw part of it, I believe. Yes, because I am not as dexterous. Let's target this guy first. T for target. All right. There we go. That's a 17 to hit.
17 is a... Come on.
It
17
didn't
is
say
a
anything.
miss.
All right.
And the dagger returns to your hand.
Yeah, I believe it does at the end of the turn. But
Ooh,
regardless...
I think it's at the end of the action, actually.
Oh, is it? I'll look into it. The third action is going to be to stride into the room, which I cannot do because Brip is on top of my target, or on top of my token.
Oh, I got you.
So just move me in, essentially right up against the creature, 10 feet into the room, further south, and then move directly 1 square east so that Calliope's not blocking the door, and she's standing there. There we go. I think I can do this. Wow. There we go. My computer is freaking out, man. There we go. So now Calliope is in melee with this ogre with the dagger out and the bastard sword.
Oh, we got a normie here, do we? Might be able to put up a better fight than you, eh? I'm gonna throw you so hard against the wall, make you turn into dust, little one. He says to Silflay at the end of his hook.
Silflay is just shaking in rage.
All right. Giddy and Iggy.
All right. So Giddy hasn't been able to see a whole lot of what's happened, other than seeing Silflay get snatched by a giant hook, and then Calliope running in not too long after that. So Giddy just kind of looks back at Ignara and is just like, "This is why we have to stop opening doors. This is the reason. This is the reason right here. I keep telling them." Let's see. Giddy is not really sure where anyone is standing currently.
Get up in there.
I don't know if I wanna. So Giddy is going to cast a spell that I don't think he's used yet so far. And I could be wrong, but he is going to cast a spell on this ogre.
Uh-oh.
And he focuses really hard on just the form of this ogre from back where he is, and his eyes start to light up into a more red, fiery kind of vibe. And he's like essentially heating up this ogre's skin from a distance as he's going to try to dehydrate this ogre.
Ooh.
And I need it to make a fortitude save,
All right.
which may or may not be a bad idea in retrospect, but we're going for it.
The creature rolled a 29.
Oh.
All right, so that is a save. So no additional effect, but he is going to take a little bit of fire damage. Is going to take some amount of fire damage as soon as Foundry wants to do the thing.
It's persistent fire, it looks like, right?
Oh, it is. Yep, you're right.
Okay.
I misread it.
All good. Starts to cough a little bit. Some spittle and whatever meat he was chewing on is just sprays out a little bit.
All right, well, didn't quite go as planned. So,
Who did that? What are you doing to go like? I'm thirsty.
well, I'll tell you what doesn't have any liquid in it. The things that are in that room with you. You should leave. I have one action before this kid even want to do that last action. Man, I wish some spells were more. And just one action casts. Make life so much better. Fuck it, we ball. Blazing Bolt for one.
That is a hit.
Oh, I apparently am dazzled at some point. I don't know how long that's been a thing, but
I think Robert said the
mean-
dazzled would be gone.
Yeah.
oh, okay. I didn't even know it was there, to be completely honest.
Oh wait. Sorry.
Yeah, that wasn't that was the
same
dazzle roll
roll?
apparently.
It's the same roll.
I
okay.
don't know. We
It's all
just do
good.
what Foundry likes.
26 is a hit. So go ahead and roll your damage.
Yay! Alright, so that ogre is gonna take 10 points of fire damage.
Nice.
Very nice. Oh, it's hot.
As Giddy
Sweat.
like kind of snaps like a small fire shot at him from his fingertips.
Come out from the tunnel and fight me.
Now, and that's it.
All right, so Flay, you are stuck to this ogre's hook.
Yeah, one hand is like holding on to the hook. Well, let me ask you if I can do something unorthodox.
Ooh, I like it.
I have a grapple gun.
Mm.
I am very interested in pulling it out and attempting to shoot it into the ogre's eyes to blind it.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Sure. Just a ranged attack. Take an action to pull out the grappling hook.
There are certainly better moves I can do this turn, but Souffle is just angry. So I want to try to blind this dude. With a ranged attack. I don't know what that looks like. Is that just like a strike?
Should just be. Do you have any ranged attacks? Ranged attack actions? Just do that.
So let me draw. And then, throw. So I can't. How do you throw a dagger? I don't know.
Should be there should be 2 rows of strikes. It'd be the second one down.
Okay. It's the same attempt.
Okay.
So it's a +9 for me.
Shoot that grappling hook. Just throw the whole hook at him.
Got really close to a 1. It's a 28.
All right, 28 is a hit. However, let's see if it actually blinds them. I'm gonna roll just a very easy check. Let's see. Does not look like he is blinded, but the hook will do some damage. Go ahead and give me a d6.
Two.
Okay. It'll clip him across the side of his face next to his eye. Oh! 2 points of damage. But the hook is now behind him.
Yeah, I just dropped the grappling gun about the worst turn possible. And I will do a I will throw up. I'll just kind of, yeah. I'm gonna look at him and attempt an intimidating glare.
All right.
After doing the grapple and just holding on to this hook kept in the wall. Okay, let me find it. Should I have healed? Yes, I should have.
Yeah, we all should have.
Giddy's doing fine.
All the way
Giddy
in
and
the
Burp
back
are
of the
both.
tunnel.
Should the intimidation be public?
Yeah, that's fine.
Cool. That's a 20 total.
20 total
Rolled pretty
is
low.
a failure.
I'm just vibrating in anger. Everything is fucked.
Doesn't even take notice as you try to glare at him through your mask. He's just kind of like wincing his eye a little bit. Like, oh, oh, you're a little small. Oh, ow.
What was that reaction?
Yeah, that was small. Oh, my eye. As we go to the top of round 2 with Brip.
Okay, Brip. Brip on the ceiling is going to take an action to hide on the ceiling, kind of using it, and he will also be using that hide action to reload. Brip
Nice.
takes a moment and tries to pinpoint a weakness on this creature, and uses his hunt and prey ability. After he has hidden himself, reloaded, and taken a moment to find his creature's weakness, he will strike with his crossbow. Heavy crossbow. Takes aim and fires. 13 on the die for 27.
27 is a hit. Oh,
16 damage.
hey! Stop shooting at me from there. Come out. Fight me. Come on.
No thanks.
I need a good fight.
And that are all
while.
of... I'm sorry.
It's been a while.
That's all of Brip's actions.
All right. Gorlak's turn. Looks like he's going to take some persistent fire damage at the end of his turn, but for his first action, because Silflay is still embedded, he's going to attempt to fling Silflay through the air by attempting an athletics check against the creature's fortitude DC. I rolled a natural fucking 1.
Excellent.
Holy
About
crap.
damn time.
Enough of the blood from that cut just dripped into his eye, and it stings. Make the grappling hook turn work.
It does. So, yeah, just as he's about to, like he takes maybe half a step back, getting ready to fling Silflay with all of his might into the other direction of the hallway. He winces a little too hard, and maybe he steps on the grappling hook, causing him to flail for a moment, releasing Silflay from the end of the hook and just not doing anything.
That was a 3-action fling, right?
No, it was a 1 action.
On this.
Don't know why. Where's the fumble deck? Because that did not appear either.
Power.
He's got a name.
He does have a name.
Yeah. Golak.
Golak. All right, here's the roll for that. Okay. So, he will fall prone. He's like, oh, my foot! Fuck! Boom! And he lands on his ass. And for his second action, he'll stand up. And third action, he's going to attempt to... He's going to focus on Silflay. I'm gonna get you, little one. I wanna see what you look like splattered against that wall. So full map on this. That is a hit.
About to die.
Possibly.
Is this why you made us agree to die by the die?
Every episode. All right, so Flay, you
Social
go
contract.
unconscious. Go to dying one, and it is Calliope's turn. Oh, and he'll take some fire damage. Gorlak will take 3, and also succeed at the flat check to recover. Calliope.
All right. Calliope feels the hum of Dormition in her hand grow as she didn't unleash the power that first round. She's feeling like Pharasma's telling her to unleash the power within, and she holds out her left hand, raising the dagger to shoulder height, pointing it right at Gorlak, and this blue light glows out of it. And not really knowing what's going on, she just innately lets this magic flow out of her, and this burst of blue, light blue, ethereal moonlight shoots out of the end of the dagger, and she casts Moonlight Ray out of the dagger. I think that's like a once per day thing, because it doesn't say, but...
I'll have to double check, but
Okay.
let's see.
I
should
did
be able to-
like put it all on my. I added it as like an innate spell just so that I can cast it off of myself.
Gotcha.
So.
Yeah, go ahead. Oh, there it is. Perfect.
Okay.
Oh, it's an attack roll. Look at that.
It is.
Look at that.
We'll see what happens. That's a natural 1. Do I have the hero point? I do. I'm going to enact that.
All right.
Yeah, she fires off the spell and sees it shoot wide, and in the briefest of moments she's able to rewind time. Jesus. That's not good. Let's run that back. Attack. Okay, that's a 15 on the die for a 25.
25 is a
much
hit.
better. Much better. Roll damage.
Got him.
The 5d6 worth of damage.
Ooh,
That's not bad. That's 22 points of cold damage.
tasty.
That's above average.
All right. He's like, oh, Top, what's going on? I'm gonna get you next.
Yeah, after like that whole spell interaction, Calliope throws her head back a little bit. Her eyes are wide, and she's a little unsettled. She's like, I missed, but I hit, and not really sure her just like she just feels like her will is empowered herself to hit there. And after the briefest pause, she collects herself again for one more swing the with the bastard sword that she has out in her other hand. So she will swing out with that. Map is on. Swings down, just grunting. She does yell out as she critically misses with an 11.
Not a fumble though.
Not a fumble, thank God. Yeah, she's all kind of out of sorts here. She yells out, "Still plays down! Get in here!"
And we go to Giddy and Iggy.
Just
Giddy-
not really sure what's going on. And sorry, yeah, go.
Giddy can get rid of the dazzled, right?
Yeah. Go to
Oh, okay. I saw that icon and I thought it was something else for a minute. So yeah, Giddy hears that Sylph plays down, and I think that immediately would trigger his next action. Out of a desire, yeah, Giddy feels protective over Sylphlay, and despite the fact that she opens too many doors, or they open too many doors,
Too curious.
like, curiosity is not going to get the better of you today.
It did
As-
kill the cat, though.
It did kill the cat, unfortunately. Giddy is going to form 3 small fireballs in front of him, and then just start tossing them at this ogre from the
snap.
comfort of this tunnel. Meow. Number 1. Ooh, that's only a 16. That's bad.
There's a miss.
Let's see. Giddy has an obol, so Giddy's gonna use that obol.
All
Giddy's
right.
gonna pull that out of his pocket and be like, I don't know what the hell this thing is or how I got it, but I'm assuming if you squeeze it.
Chwan.
Ah, poop. Well, that wasn't much better. That's only an 18. Oh, shit. Alright, roll number 2. There we go. That's 24. I'll roll the last one just so that way we can get it out of the way. Alright, the last one's gonna miss, but the middle one hits.
Ooh.
Not a great
One's in
roll.
there.
Yeah, that's about right. Alright, so apparently Giddy's aim is a little off. As he only does 11 points of fire damage. Just like, maybe I should have ran in there after all. I can barely see the damn thing. That was a 3-action spell, so
Hell yeah. Okay, well, go to the top of round 3 after this short break. We'll be back in 5 minutes, folks. Stick with us as we wrap up this battle with Gorlak.
that was the most disappointing blazing bolt I've had yet.
Lackluster turns.
The
We're
dice,
all
yeah,
trying.
the dice are not kind to us.
Yeah,
No.
dying by the die.
But I guess the good way.
This next portion of Whispers of Doom is sponsored by all things that taste like pickles but aren't pickles.
Like these pickleballs. Yay! I was about to say, Robert, don't switch over to the scene when I have balls in my mouth, but it was too late.
Oh, it reminds me. I'm going to go grab it after.
Why does that
Yes.
remind you of anything?
I need some balls in my mouth, so
He's got to go get a gag.
I'm gonna go.
Happy Pride Month.
Happy Pride Month. I'm gonna let Brip take his turn while I go ahead and grab the balls that I'm missing in my mouth. I'll be right back. Go ahead, Brip. I'm listening.
Alrighty. Brip is going to do a stealth check to hide, hoping to be making this creature off guard to him with it not seeing him. Using that same action, he is able to reload his weapon. He has 2 remaining actions. He will strike with his hunter's aim, increasing it to 2 actions. 9 on the die for a 25. I wasn't targeting because I'm a jerk. But hopefully that's against flat-footed AC, you know. So.
It is not. Unfortunately, that is a. Oh, that's still a hit, actually. Go ahead and roll your damage.
Sweet.
Crack open this fresh jar of balls.
Oh. 4 damage. I'm so proud.
That is BAWLS. Gorlak will take that 4 points of damage as I take a swig of this blue bottled
Blue balls.
beverage.
Yeah.
My
Blue
friend
balls.
often also brings blue balls to tabletop games.
So they play a bard, is what you're telling me.
Actually, they play well, they were playing a psychic, but yeah.
It is delicious. I haven't had balls since my 20s, I think. And then it's a
God,
delicious
out of
drink.
context, it's just terrible.
And it's just wonderful to talk about them also.
Tim is killing me right now.
It's even
Does it
studded.
taste better
These
if
balls-
he's thrown around?
These balls are studded for everyone's pleasure.
Right.
All right, good turn, Rip. Anything else for you?
He would like to see himself out after he did 4 points of damage.
All right.
He's
We're living
embarrassed.
from them.
All right, so Flay, you get to roll a death
Death
save.
save.
Yeah.
Is this a flat D20?
It is. You have to beat an 11 or go to dying 2.
Okay. With my luck,
Silflay.
Uh-oh.
it's a 4.
Dying 2 it is.
Dying
Gorlak.
2.
Gorlak sees Calliope and will swing. Oh, maybe Gorlak's gonna throw you. Maybe wipe that stupid makeup off your face on that wall over there.
Her makeup isn't looking too good right now either. Down these tunnels, this cracked and peeling.
24 is a hit.
Oh, that's exactly. That is a match.
17 points of damage.
Okay.
And Gorlak is going to attempt to embed the hook now. Opposed athletics check with map. Not opposed, sorry, it's against DC.
Oh, my athletics DC.
Yes.
Probably pretty good.
Let's see.
Unless.
It's a 29. So,
Not that
even with
good.
map, you are embedded. You're going to
Not
take
crit though.
some piercing damage. You're going to take 14 points of piercing damage.
Jesus Christ. Okay.
How you looking? Whoa!
Terrible.
Calliope is near death. Go and roll a fortitude save. Should be here in chat. There it is.
The theme of this combat is
Coming.
consent.
Oh, that was almost a
Oh
19.
no!
That's a critical failure. It's a
Sorry,
14.
There's
I'm-
no crit failure effect.
Okay.
You are immobilized.
Oh, that's
And for its third action, it's going to fling you.
Oh.
Another athletics check attempt. This one at full map. See if it just rips the hook out or... Oh no, even on it has a failure effect too, so let's see. At full map, it is going to be a failure. You're going to take some damage and roll another basic fortitude save.
Good night, y'all.
It's just
My
a
cat is sad
D10.
for me.
No bonus as the hook rips free.
That's a natural 1 on my fortitude save.
What is going on?
Uh,
Oh,
See what happens when Robert comes back?
it was that. Raz was mad at you. That's why.
okay, on a
Mhm.
crit failure, you just take this damage. That's all. That is he rolled a 4 on the die. You still up?
Oh God.
you're
Okay.
still
Yeah.
up.
Wow.
I was
yeah.
expecting like a 4+. I was like, 4+ what? 4+ what?
Oh,
Right.
snap. So
As
yeah,
it has
you're
been way worse in general.
actually with the failure you get moved. I think. Double check this.
If we survive, I imagine Calliope's just gonna fist fight Souffle at this point.
No, okay, so the hook just rips free and you are left standing there, kind of like, oh. And it's your turn.
Oh my gosh.
Hold on a minute. Have any of your reactions not taken
Oh
place?
yeah. You're absolutely right. I got distracted by my terrible fortitude rolls before I could. Yeah, that would trigger a reaction. I'm assuming that he would not drop prone. So he's gonna take. He could take mental action. Take mental damage.
What's the damage?
The strikes upon him. From him to Calliope. While in her this aura of her power, he knows that he's not in the right place. His cast is below hers, and he could either fall prone or take mental damage, which would be 1d6 persistent or 2d6 persistent mental damage.
Oh well, go ahead and roll that.
I would declare it be persistent beforehand. Thank you for reminding me of that. Again, I got really distracted by my horrible.
I knew something was
thing.
missing from
Yes.
events.
And again, it's fun to go play a 10th level Starfinder character, forgetting about your 5th level Pathfinder character, and then coming back in and being like, these are completely different things. Okay, yes, 2d6. Sorry, there it is. That's a 5 mental damage.
Okay.
And it would be persistent, so I don't know if that would actually trigger on his turn or what, but
It will. It's not automated though, so we'll just have to stay honest.
Okay.
And yeah, Calliope, it's your turn.
Calliope. Calliope, holding Dormition, she kind of puts it up to her ribs where this puncture wound is now, in between some scales on her breastplate, and just holding it up, trying to staunch some bleeding. And she will swing out with the bastard sword once as the first action. Should fucking target it. It keeps coming off. When I'm typing in, it goes away. There is the first roll of the attack. That's an 11 on the die for a 24 total.
Hey.
Nice. That is a hit.
Okay, let's see. That's a 6 and a 7 for 16 total damage.
Hey.
All right, Gorlak is not looking great after that. He's kind of stumbling around a little bit. There's a lot of his blood on the floor. This is a real good fight. But you can't beat me. You're little.
Calliope ignores that completely. Is going to, feeling that strike hit and feeling how good that felt, she drops Dormition. Will change to a two-handed grip. Grips that bastard sword real tight. Her knuckles are clenching in her gauntleted fist as she raises it up above her head and swings in an overhand chop her muscles rippling, her teeth bared, and she's just lets out this massive growl. And she swings at it. Oh, it's only an 18 to hit. That's a miss.
Ah.
Oh, boo.
Poop.
Yeah, she clanks the sword off the breastplate, his corseted bodice. And
Corseted belly. Armored belly.
the sparks almost like look slow motion in her eyes as she's like just feels like she can't do anything right. She's questioning some things in this moment. Phrasma, where are you? Help me. My turn's over now.
Giddy and Iggy.
All right. I think Giddy, hearing the cries for help in the other room, looks back at Iggy and is just like, better than you than me, love. Get in there. And so Iggy's going to sprint past Giddy and Brip as soon as the walls in Foundry let her do that. And so she is going to sprint in there, looks over at Silflay, sees Silflay dying on the ground, looks over at Calliope, and then bares her teeth as her wings spread out. And she's going to try to slash this thing with her fiery wings. And of course, we're all rolling like shit. Good God. Okay. She goes for a swipe and just misses. Not used to this large target. She's gonna try again. Come on! Oh my God, that a 16 and then a 15 on the die. Good, or altogether. Jesus Christ. Okay, well, fuck me. I'm gonna go sleep now. Iggy misses both swipes. And just kind of growls at this thing. This ogre. And that's all I got.
Don't you have 2 other actions?
I don't think so. Because Iggy moved, Iggy attacked twice.
Don't you gain an action when
Yeah.
you like act together, or?
Yeah,
I
'cause
don't think I
do.
do.
Don't you do something as you act together? Like,
Maybe?
act together, you and your Eidolon do 1 action each, and then you can spend an action to command Iggy. And then they can take 2 actions, right? And then that leaves you 1 action left.
Iggy did move and 2 attacks.
Yeah. So I guess I still have 1 action, question mark?
I think so. Pretty sure you have 1 action left. We'll double check after.
Yeah, well, the good news is there's really nothing I can do with 1 action. All of
So
my
good
shit
news.
is 2 actions. So I think Giddy is going to yell from inside the tunnel at this creature. And try to deceive him. Giddy is going to yell, "Hey, big guy, I got some victuals back here for you. Some nice fresh meats." And now I roll high. That's a 29 for a fucking deception check. Gonna lay in the street.
Oh, more food. Let me finish what's in here first.
I was kind of hoping for something to come of that, but all right.
Top of round 4, Brip.
Okay, Brip will be using a stealth check to hide again. While that same action is going to allow him to reload.
Okay.
Brip then uses a 2-action hunter's aim, firing at the creature. 11 on the die for 27.
Yep, that is a hit.
Was my stealth successful?
It was.
Oh, well, Brib will kill it. That's fine.
17 damage.
Maybe. It does. Describe your kill as it goes down.
Oh my god.
So Brip is on the ceiling firing at a downward angle, so I imagine the bolt of the crossbow comes out the door at a downward angle and kind of hits him in his belly, and he starts to bleed profusely, and he's like grabbing it, and blood's pouring out. Can't stop the blood from coming, and falls over. Boom! Crash that you would hear for a long distance. That's what I imagine.
Very nice. Very nice. Any other actions? Because we're going to keep this in turn order because Silflay is still rolling death saves.
That is all 3 for me.
Okay. All right, another death save for Silflay, please.
All right. If I roll a 1, I'm dead. Is that correct?
Yes. You go to dying 4, but if you roll less than 12, then you go to dying 3. So don't roll a 1.
Okay.
Let's not roll a 1.
It's a 5% chance.
Why you gotta say it like that? Oh, okay. Dying 3 with a 9 on the die. Calliope.
Calliope is going to cast heal.
All right, there it is.
We're going to pop off a 2-action heal. Wait, that's only one thing. No, yeah, 30-foot emanation. Okay. What is happening? Oh my god, it's just giving me this thing. Okay, here, cast. I don't want this 30-foot emanation. Go away. My computers.
Did you cast a 30-foot emanation?
I accidentally, yeah, so I'm just going to place one, I guess, because Foundry is insisting that I place a 30-foot emanation. So there is one. Oh my god. It keeps, why is it? My computer's having a fun time here. Heal.
Okay, there it is.
I have to place a 30-foot emanation again.
You might be able to right click to get out of that.
I'm just trying to like have it be in here. Roll damage healing. God. All right, that's 2 points of healing for everyone.
Woo!
Huzzah.
Got me over here stress eating pickleballs.
So you can eat pickleballs and you can play pickleball.
This is true.
All right, you are now wounded 3. Instead of
Fantastic.
yeah.
Now that combat's over, Giddy is going to run inside of this room here.
Yeah, I imagine Brip would run in and drop off the ceiling and do a cool flip and land on the ground.
he accidentally lands on Silflays and kills him.
Yeah.
Thank you, Brip, for the theatrics. Souffle? Souffle, are you good?
Should I try to patch her up?
Suppose.
What do you think?
Be extraordinarily careful. One wrong move, and she's gone.
I'm just like laying face down right now.
Maybe before you try any of that. Oh, well, nope, it's too late. Never mind.
Damn.
Critical success on that healing check.
Oh
that
god,
treat
thank
wounds.
god.
About time. About time we finally get a good roll tonight.
Oh, let me fix that.
Okay. Yeah.
How does that feel, Souffle?
That's better. Gonna sit up, lean against the wall, just kind of look down at my feet.
This is why we gotta stop opening all these random doors. This is what I was telling Iggy back in the hallway the other day.
The other way is where all those the other things we fought there, that's where they were congregating.
There's a door right next to you, Silflay, too. Be careful.
Oh, right.
Falls
And
through the door.
Tie her up before
I
she
look at
opens
the I look at the hole that the hook left in the door that it impaled me against.
You look at the door, Silflay, and you recognize it. You recognize this room too, now that you're kind of
Oh.
realizing where you might be. It seems like
Oh.
this was an age ago, maybe in another life, but it all looks and feels very familiar to you. And then you hear a familiar voice kind of echoing in the back of your mind as you remember this woman. And for some reason, mother comes to mind. But you know she's not your mother.
Call me mother, and it's RuPaul.
So Flay kind of looks around confused and says,
I think I know this place.
gonna stand up and kind of like hold my side, I guess probably closer to my shoulder where the hook got me, and really kind of take everything in and kind of like look at that mural. Does memory serve as sort of like the lay of the land here?
Not exactly. Well, what does Silflay remember about their journey from away from their past to Sandpoint? Is that something that they would have completely forgotten, or talk to me about their past a little bit?
I think that is more of a traumatic event, and probably most of that is blocked right now. I think a great deal of pain happened before she ended up finding herself going towards Sandpoint.
Okay. Yeah, the more you look around then, the more maybe anxious you get. You feel like this swelling in your chest, or equivalent to whatever a Leshy's may be. But as you're looking around and remembering, or trying not to remember this place, you know that this is where you came from. And you don't like it, to say the least. And you know she's here somewhere. When you think of her, you think of just this dark, shadowy silhouette of a vile woman.
Gonna look over at Calliope.
I don't know what drove me here. But like your calling, there is a woman here I must find.
Calliope is like stitching herself up and just has these bloody gauze rags. She's kind of mopping up one of her wounds that she's just kind of stitched up with medicine kit. And she grimaces and throws the rags on the ground. And well, if you're claiming divine providence now, so be it. But
It's not divine providence.
whatever
She
you
brought
want.
me here into this
How?
plane. I
Okay,
don't know. I
well,
was born in fire and pain. She is here. She's a vile, evil woman.
do you have more details beyond she and vile and evil?
She's a
Can-
witch of some sort.
We're in no shape to face anyone.
If we need to
Can I
take it
get her-
slow, I understand.
So, Flay, maybe you should start hanging out in the back with me.
I think Kitty just kind of like looks over at Brip and is just like, Brip, are you sure there was nothing else in that medicine that you gave her? Sylphia's talking some kind of crazy right now. Are you sure there was nothing else?
I'm not crazy. It's not divine providence.
I only meant your reason for being here. So we randomly stumble upon this place that you come from. You say you've been called back. She brought you here. I apologize. I believe that was your wording.
I don't know what brought me here, but now that I'm here, I need to find it. Her. I don't agree with your hunt of the undead, but this is one that I will trade equally for. If you want to go righteously, hunt them down in whatever capacity they are. I've already turned. I am dangerously close to returning to what I was. The only way to stop that is to remove that woman.
Okay. You've been willing to assist me, though you don't agree, and I want you to know I don't disagree with what you want. We need to unwind and just I don't know how to say this right. We've been so fucking on edge lately, and down here's I don't know. I apologize, and I don't wish to quarrel with you, but
We're both angry.
And I'm gonna kind of bend down and put my hand on your knee and heal you.
oh,
Hands
thank
on your
you.
knees, hands on your knees.
Everybody clap your hands.
just multiple side
damn.
eyes at Giddy.
Yeah, Kitty's fucking. whatever
Getting
that
subtly
dance is
doing the
called.
fucking electric slide in the background
Yeah.
for no actual reason.
They're like, Giddy's doing too much while Brep is just.
Giddy's just in the back doing Fortnite dances right
They're
now
like,
because
why
he's
is
not been injured hardly at
not
all.
doing anything.
I'm gonna sit back against the wall here now that I've sat down next to Calliope, and I'm gonna just kind of look at my feet, but I'm talking to Calliope, although it's kind of going out to the rooms.
Mm-hmm.
Since we've come back, I feel like I'm reliving a past that I tried to escape. That woman used me as a weapon against the goblin tribes in the hills. I burned innocents, and it felt like I went back to it burning all those goblins. And then you wanted to go in and do the same thing to ghouls, or undead, perhaps minding their own business. So yes, I took offense. I take offense, but if we can eliminate this woman, then one cycle can end at least. Whatever I am after that, I don't know. I think I care, I'm not sure, but I will assist you in whatever manner you want against the undead. But this woman has to be stopped.
Calliope takes a deep breath and can appreciate everything that you're saying and your motivations here. We just can't rush into it. She kind of like reaches over her, like I assume they're like kind of sitting back to back. No, not back to back, but both of their backs are against the wall, and she kind of is just like trying to connect in a way, but they're both on such like different wavelengths kind of here. Calliope kind of leans in and is attempting to make some kind of physical contact, so she kind of like slowly slides against the wall to like try to put her Calliope's elbow like against Silflay in a way that they have like a physical touch to like try to ground each other against it, so that they can, even if it does nothing, she's just like trying to like somehow connect so that they can get on the same page again, because they're so very much on opposite chapters as of late.
Silflay doesn't move. She lets it happen.
Yeah, she's not like trying to hold your hand or anything. She's trying to be like subtle and like,
yeah,
as the adrenaline's wearing off. So
I'm gonna kind of reach into my backpack and pull out and just hold out this strange kind of glowing green crystal and hold it up to show Giddy and Brip.
When we went away before you followed us in, I got this. I don't know what it does.
Now, let's see. I think I can take a little looky at it.
Giddy,
And as I'm holding out, as you look at it,
this is not one to... It's not like the garnets.
Let's see. Let's see what I can think of here. Go a little something. Also, what Giddy was doing in the background while this was happening, he was observing the dog slicer he picked up a long time ago from somebody. I think it was Rip Nugget, possibly. And it turns out that it may or may not be magical.
It is. Rip was able to successfully identify it. It is a +1 striking and wounding dog slicer. And the natural 20 for the crystal. That's what you were identifying, right?
Yep.
Silflay? Okay. That is it's just a crystal that functions as a wand. Well, once per day, you can cast Stinking Cloud from it.
oh, that's a pretty good. I don't know what Sinking Cloud is in 2E. I know what it is in 1E, and it's real fucking strong.
Not as strong, but it's still pretty fucking good.
Okay.
But it still affects everybody within the cloud.
Gotcha.
Wounding is badass.
Wounding is pretty cool. As you are continuing to talk about this woman, Silflay, her face in maybe features from your memory are starting to come through a little bit more on this silhouette or shadow of her in your mind, and you kind of maybe on the fringes of her hair you see like this bright red and orange, and like this dark, heavily mascaraed eyes, small curved ears, and black lipstick. A very menacing and smirkish face. And you're remembering this conversation between her and this person who she's referring to as father. You hear it in your head, but you can't make out the words entirely. And they're laughing, and maybe you hear the screams of goblins at the same time.
Yeah, Soflay just kind of dips her head and is shaking it. Over this rest time, my minor curse would disappear.
Are we able to just like kind of chill for a little while? And
Yeah, how long do you guys want to kind of rest against this cavern wall or this hallway? You want to rest in this room for 10 minutes or so, or longer?
yeah, I think Calliope would like to essentially spend 20 minutes to refocus both of her focus pool points. She went into that with none, so I think she would, if Silflay, or I guess she would, again, she's kind of like leaning into her a little bit more, letting that contact grow a little bit more. And I'm going to go sit in the corner alone for a little while, but if anything else comes back to you and you remember more that you'd like to share, let me know. But in the meantime, I need to just sit alone. She's like clutching Dormition on her hip. Like, I gotta refocus. My God left me there for a minute. So she kind of goes down into the other corner and sits and closes her eyes and focuses for 20 minutes. I don't know if anybody else wants to do anything, but
Giddy rolls out his bedroll on the ground and just kind of plops face first into it. It's like, I think I need a little power nap here.
I would refocus, and I'm gonna cast heal on myself.
Okay.
Get a little 2-action heal in here.
Yep, as you guys do your healing, 20 minutes goes by without incident.
well, okay. Soflay, I know you don't want to stray too far. Your objective is clearly here. You remember this place, but do you know if it's safe for us to rest in such a place?
It's been long enough. I don't know. I don't think that ogre was part of her scheme.
Is anybody opposed to resting here? I'm not sure how
If that's what you guys want to do, I'm
messed
perfectly
up everyone
fine.
else is. Well,
No, I wouldn't mind either. I think we could all use a breather.
I try to stay behind that shield of yours.
If anything, I'm Giddy. Iggy doesn't need to sleep, so Iggy can be a lookout.
This looks to be a pretty open area. Rip, you're quite good at disappearing. Do you want to look around a little bit?
Yeah, let me sneak up ahead and take a look.
Nice. All right, Brip. So as you travel to the east of this hallway, you see that to the south, there's a tunnel that opens up to more of a natural cave, and then further to the northeast, there is more worked tiled floor. As you walk by here, though, you notice that there is a secret door directly to the north of you.
Secret tunnel.
Score.
Secret tunnel.
And Brip would look back at the crew and do the secret hand sign for secret door that they've come up with over this time.
Oh, holy cow. Hello,
The raid.
Raiders. We
Yes.
have a
Ooh.
Heyo.
whole bunch of
Dang.
people.
Thanks to
hello
you,
to
we've
the
hit
stream.
Yeah, shout
an
out Commodore
all-time
Zed.
stream high for us. Thank you, guys.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
amazing.
thank you,
That's super cool.
Commodore Zed, Team Wildwood, Bad Dad Gaming. Who else we got here?
Sakura.
And everyone else who's out there in Lurkland. Welcome in. The sad news is that we won't be on for too much longer because we are at our time. But I'm glad you're here. Give us a little follow. So that way you can catch us next week when we're live, you know? Could be good, could be fun.
Yeah, we stream Pathfinder 2nd Edition, primarily Paizo stuff. Right now we're playing through 7 Dooms for Sandpoint, which is Paizo's 200th anniversary volume. Came out last year, and we've been playing through it for since about then. So, yeah, glad to have you. Sorry you're catching us towards the end here, but with that note, I'd like to congratulate the party here for hitting level 6.
Oh,
Hey,
shit.
After defeating Gorlak, the Ogre Guardian, to this this part of the pit here, in the Devil's Platter. You guys hit level 6. Congratulations on that.
Amazing.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
we'll talk more about what your level 6 characters look like next week, and hopefully we can catch all of you then also. So sad to be cutting the stream short right as
Yeah.
we get these raiders. Man, oh man. But
Right. We
check out
should.
our other stuff, and yeah, we're on YouTube. And go ahead, Jacob. What's up?
I was gonna say we should pass on the raid.
Yes.
Yeah, let's
Exactly.
do that.
It's a great idea.
Yes.
Share
Yeah,
the love.
I saw they came in from Vampire Masquerade too. Water
Oh,
Darkness.
nice.
Yeah. Good
Cool,
stuff.
cool.
Need to play some VTM too. It's been a while since I've played.
It's been a while.
It's been
Sorry.
Since
anyway.
I've raided someone.
Yeah, while Robert's figuring that out, don't join us on our Discord. We're playing games, running games. While Robert's all that fun stuff, I believe that is all in the info at below, description
Yeah.
below. Like and subscribe, YouTube, here, all that stuff. Come talk to us. We do nerd stuff here, there, and everywhere.
hosting
Complete with
Pathfinder
jazz hands.
Society games, and
Yes.
there's
That's
some
the term.
campaigns going on too. We like to play games, so if you like to play
Mhm.
games, come join our Discord and play games with us. Talk
Mhm.
nerdy and all that, as I try to figure out how to raid again, because I haven't posted the stream in at least a week because I just had a baby. So
It's been more than a week. Yeah.
a
Yeah.
little more
Yeah.
than.
Cut-
You went into a
Cody's-
time loop.
Yeah, Cody took over for me while I was on double dad duty, and he ran through some Starfinder 2e playtest stuff, and it was fun to listen to. I want to play some.
It was fun.
One day.
Fun.
I'll find out what happened. Yes, yes.
One day soon at the diaspora. Sorry.
No.
Why don't you tell us what you played through, Cody, while I continue to look for some
Yeah.
more.
So while Robert's figuring that out, we played through Wheel of Monsters. It was a good time. We'd also played through It Came From Beyond the Vast before that. And so we carried over those characters, gave the mechanic a little play test per Dylan's character.
That we did.
Mm-hmm.
And
Rebuild them.
yeah, they almost died to some sharks.
They weren't just sharks.
They weren't just sharks. They were void
No,
sharks.
Yeah.
And then there was going to be a really gnarly last fight. But for sake of time and knowing that Robert was coming back and not wanting to have to come back to it months later, we did a little bit of a narrative finish to Wheel of Monsters. But yes, Starfinder 2e has been a lot of fun so far. Very much enjoy it. Can't wait to run more of it and do some more homebrewy kind of stuff with it, since I have not ventured into the homebrew world much, but would like to soon.
Homebrew's fun. Homebrew is fun. Along with this show, we also do have an audio-only podcast called Random Rolls, where we play through a variety of more obscure and maybe the less featured indie or smaller published. What are words? There, it took the whole episode for me to get to that for you, Dylan.
Yeah. It was all right. You said thousands of words, probably. So.
Yeah, you did way better than I thought you were going to.
But we played through other TTRPGs like Mork Borg, Cloud Empress. We're starting a fresh run of Cyberpunk Red, which I'm running, and yeah, check us out there. But it looks like I found a group to raid Nat 10s. They're actually running Cyberpunk Red, so we'll
Nice.
get on over there. So thanks for joining towards the end of our stream. Give us a follow and all that stuff too. Thank you again to Commander Zed for Commodore.
love
Sorry,
this.
not Commander. Commodore Zed. Thanks. We appreciate it so much. Sending love your way after this. So yeah, Toodaloo.
Don't forget to
Live by the
By the
die,
die,
die
die
by
by
the
the
Die by
die.
the die. Yeah.
It's on the recording.
Die by the die.
Bibbidi bobbidi.
Oh, I should still do our stream stuff too, right? Okay, that's it. I'm gonna switch
Yeah.
scenes and go off of that.
Okay.
Dang, we
Yeah.
had heckin' viewers.